Now it came to pass after these things that God tested Abraham.
Abraham,
Here I am.
take now your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains of which I shall tell you.
So Abraham rose early in the morning and saddled his donkey, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son. And he split the wood for the burnt offering, and arose, and went to the place of which God had told him. Then on the 3rd day, Abraham lifted his eyes, and saw the place afar off. And Abraham said to his young men,
Stay here with the donkey. The lad and I will go yonder and worship, and we will come back to you.
So Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on Isaac his son. And he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and the 2 of them went together. But Isaac spoke to Abraham his father.
Father,
Yes, my son.
where is the lamb?
God will provide.
So the 2 of them went together. Then they came to the place of which God had told him. And Abraham built an altar there, and placed the wood in order. And he bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar, upon the wood. And Abraham stretched out his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. But the angel of the Lord called to him from heaven,
Abraham! Abraham!
Here I am.
Do not lay your hand on the lad, or do anything to him. For now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me.
Then Abraham lifted his eyes and looked, and there behind him was a ram caught in a thicket by its horns. So Abraham went and took the ram, and offered it up for a burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called the name of the place as it is said to this day, in the mount of the Lord it shall be provided. Then the angel of the Lord called to Abraham a second time out of heaven.
By myself I have sworn, says the Lord, because you have done this thing, and have not withheld your son, your only son. Blessing, I will bless you, and multiplying I will multiply your descendants as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is on the seashore. And your descendants shall possess the gate of their enemies. In your seed all the nations of the earth shall be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice.
So Abraham returned to his young men, and they rose and went together to Beersheba. And Abraham dwelt at Beersheba.
Abraham went up the mountain with wood, fire, and a command that tore at his heart. He came down with his son, still alive, but something inside him had changed. He came back knowing one thing. God is not asking for what we can give. He's asking for trust. The test was never about Isaac. It was always about the heart of the father. Would Abraham trust God when the instruction didn't make sense? Would he still obey when obedience felt like loss? God never wanted Isaac to die. He wanted Abraham to lay him down, because what we give to God, he can give back better. But what we hold too tightly can become an idol. For us today, The mountain still stands, not made of stone, but choice. We climb it every time we surrender control, every time we lay down our plans, our pride, our fear. Faith is not saying we trust God. It's walking up the mountain even when we don't understand him. It's saying, here I am, even when we're trembling inside. Abraham came down that mountain with more than his son. He came down with a deeper fear of the Lord, a clearer view of grace, and a name for the place that still speaks today. The Lord will provide. And that is still true, even now, for you. If this story moved you, share it. Let someone else hear what faith looks like when it costs something. And if you want to hear more stories like this, stay with us. And remember, the Lord will provide.